Hello! Welcome to the start of this week's vlog. I don't know, it's Wednesday. It's been a meh week. It's been gray and drizzly. Already had one experiment not work. Still time for two more to not work. Anyways, that's very jaded grad school thinking. But what have I been reading? So I finished The Summer Night by Jim Butcher. This was the audiobook I was working on, and it was fine. 3 stars. I don't know if I'll pick up the next one right away or if I'll hold off. There's been a few nonfiction books I've been interested in, so I've been putting those on holds to maybe pick up. It's been kind of nice going through my backlog of podcasts too. So I don't know. I kind of like podcasts and don't know if I really want to give up that time right now again, now that I'm getting back into it. If you like podcasts, I'd like to know what you like. But anyways, tangent on podcasts. But yes, I finished Jim Butcher's. It was fine. I actually ended up finishing it with the physical copy because I was meeting my cousin yesterday for dinner, and there's a Barnes & Noble where we were going to meet, and I can't not go into a bookstore. And so I went in there, and I was really just like, the audiobook had 30 minutes left, but I was seeing her in like 10, and I just wanted to finish it. So I went to the fantasy section, I took the book off the shelf, and sat down and finished it. And, as I was finishing it that way, I feel like I want to read these if I want to keep going in the series, just because of the speed of it. And also, there are things that Jim does with his descriptions of people in books, namely women, that I don't want to be forced to consume. Like, if I didn't really notice it before, but if I'm reading it, I can easily glaze over descriptions like I guess probably normally do, because I'm not a very visual reader, I guess. I don't have pictures, I have feelings. I don't know, this is a whole thing that Twitter blew up about. And when I'm hearing it, though, I can't ignore it as easily, or else I might zone out and then I'll miss important things. So, I don't know. Still figuring that out. But in better book news, I've made a lot of progress in the 10,000 Doors of January. I only have 100 pages left. And it's still a slow read. It has not picked up in the way I would expect it to, considering how many cool things have happened. And cool things have happened. And I was actually really excited with one part I was reading, I think last night or 2 nights ago, where I was like, oh my god, I know why this person's important. Like, I was making connections. I had my little, red string map, and I enjoyed that. Still really like January as a character, but it's like we're in the last 100 pages. There is danger, and I don't feel scared for them. I'm just kind of waiting for the next plot point to show up. So I can't say that I'm loving it, but I'm really enjoying it and enjoying, like, the thoughts I'm having with it. It reminds me of the type of writing in The Bear and the Nightingale, but that book, I was always on it. I was always wanting to pick it up, and I was in it. And this one, I feel like it's really easy for me to lose focus. And I don't know if that's a me thing or a book thing, but should have this finished really soon, though, and I'm excited to see how it ends. And then on my Kindle, still reading Archenemies. That one I'm almost done with. So let's talk about Nova for a second. And this won't spoil anything, because she really hasn't developed much, and I am annoyed with it. Like, yes, I guess maybe the time frame of these 2 books is maybe on the order of magnitude of months. So I guess how much do you change in months? But she's a very jaded individual. As a kid, her family dies, and she's been blaming superheroes her whole life for it, which I just think's weird. Like, I can see as a kid being like, you didn't save my parents, so I hate you. But, like, as an adult, can you not realize that, like, a person can't be everywhere at the same time? Anyways, it's this core belief of hers that is a huge part of her motivation. And it's annoying me so much. I'm just like, Nova, let it go. Like she's so logical about so many things. But this is just like such a chink in that logic armor that it's just pure emotion and irrational thinking and kind of light brainwashing by her uncle. So yeah, but I really like Adrian because I feel like he generally makes smart decisions, but his secret I think is becoming a burden to him, and I think I'm at the point where he just needs to tell his dads and everything would be fine. But they're teenagers, so we've all been teenagers. But that's my update. I think I will have a few more of these finished when I next check in, and I'll have picked up one or two things. We're getting close to the end of the month, so I'm trying to figure out if I want to try and pick things up that I would finish before the end of February so it can be on my wrap-up, or if I want to start something that I won't finish until I'm in March. I'll have to just see what mood I'm in when I'm done picking these up. I have a novella for the Inheritance trilogy on my Kindle that I'll probably pick up because I'm obsessed with that world. See review for more. All right, that's this rambly check-in. See you guys in a few. Bye. Yeah. Join the vlog, kitty cat. All right. Here's Lila. I'm going to try and be nice and not throw her in my lap. But hi there. All right. And I guess this is Delilah. She's gone now. She was my first cat that was just mine. Got her when I was like 12. So I'm 27 now. So it's been a minute. We've gone through some things. But I just want to do a quick check-in. It's Thursday, around 6, and the alley's talking, but we're going to keep going. And it's been about 24 hours, and in that time I have finished the 1,000 Doors of January, and my hair is everything today. It was a rainy day in Boston, which, if you have curly hair, know that, you know what that means. But I finished it, and I really liked it, and I also really didn't like it. I have not felt so polarized on a book in a while. I think on Goodreads I'm going to give it, I'm going to put it 4, but say 3.5. That's kind of my compromise. I liked the narrative structure. I really loved January. January is just this Spitfire girl that, embraces who she is. And I don't know. I think she is a really fun character. I thought the plot wasn't unintriguing. I just think for me, and this is a me thing, so this is a very much could be completely different for you, but the writing style was really slow. And for me, it was, I think, slower because I don't visually see when I read. So it was super slow, and so that really deterred from my enjoyment. I wanted to be in a place where I kept wanting to pick it up, and I was never there, even when I had 40 pages left. I mean, I wanted to know how it ended. The ending was good. So, I don't know. If you like lyrical writing, I think you should pick this up. I think it's a very good story. Also, for the people who follow me who aren't as into fantasy, I think this is a very approachable fantasy book, and it's a standalone. So I'm definitely not in a place where I'm don't pick this book up. I just think if you're like me and sometimes get lost in lyrical writing, especially if maybe there's not something else hooking you, it was a bit of a long read. It's only 360 pages, and it took me 5 days, which for me is pretty long. I can usually, to put that in perspective, The Great Alone, which I read last week, is 500 pages, and I read that in 3 days. So, to each their own. Which means now I need to focus on Archenemies, because I only have, according to the Kindle, an hour left. And I'm going to be real. If in the next hour secrets are not revealed, I'm going to be annoyed. I really need them to be revealed. But in general, things are picking up. Nova's plan's going to go into action. She has a new shiny thing. I'm being vague because I don't want to spoil, but I'm intrigued by this new thing that she has. So that one I think I can easily finish tomorrow, either between tonight reading and on my commute. So that should be good before the weekend. And I was trying to think, so when I couldn't sleep last night, I did start reading the novella after the Inheritance trilogy. I think it's The Awakening of Gods. I don't know. It's one of those generic names that I cannot remember. Something Gods. I'll put a picture. And, man, I missed N.K. Jemisin. It's only been 2 weeks, and again, it's even a completely different voice. I'm 4 pages in, and I'm oh, I love this character. I'm already in love with this character. I can talk about it a bit because it has nothing to do with the original trilogy. There's just a god that's been born and it just wants to tell you its story. And it's an adorable god. That's my impressions, and I really want to pick it up, but I really need to finish Archenemies, so priorities. Alright, quick check-in on the floor with my cat, because I just got home, and he wanted some love. And I figured you guys don't hate seeing him. But I finished Renegades 2 today, Archenemies. It was good. The ending was really good. Tail in face. I couldn't put it down. It was really fast. I already put in the hold for the third book, even though my March TBR is already up, so you probably have already seen it. I'm already reading a lot. But I gotta know how it ends, and at least one secret got revealed. I know I wanted both, but I'll take what I can get. But the reason I'm checking in wasn't for Renegades, although I did finish that. It was fun. I still don't know what I'm going to rate it, because it wasn't as good as the first book, but I don't know if I necessarily think it deserves a lower rating than I gave the first book. That's why rating's hard. I don't like it. But, oh my god. So it's no secret, I love the Inheritance trilogy by N.K. Jemisin, like, so much. And so I picked up one of the novellas. It's called Awakening Kingdoms, I think. And oh my, it's a novella. I'm only halfway through, so maybe I've read 60 pages. I am in love with this story. We get to explore a part of the world that we've only heard hints of. It's the Dar culture. So that has been awesome. I love Shill. She's this god that's just been born. She's like 30 days old. Like, I love her so much. I am laughing while I'm reading this. I am giggling. I don't know how N.K. Jemisin has written the voice of a child in a non-obnoxious way. I do not know. I love it. I am sad that I have plans later and I can't just read it, but I should easily finish it tomorrow, so it'll be in my February wrap-up, which you probably have already seen before this, but still, I just want to check in because I wanted to gush about it a bit because I am having so much fun with it. It's really great. If you've read the Inheritance trilogy, you have to pick this up. Like, I normally don't read companion novellas or anything, but the world just gets expanded and you can just have fun in it. I feel like a lot of N.K. Jemisin's things that I love is the intrigue and the heavy, he's obsessed with licking, is the heavy intrigue and all the mystery, but this is just a godling trying to figure out who she is and learn about the universe. And as a side effect, I'm learning about the world, and I love it. There are more novellas I can read after this. I am obsessed. I am like looking at the new paperbacks of the Inheritance trilogy and trying to figure out if the new ones will have all the short stories I liked from the old ones. I have a problem, obviously, but I need to go shower because I just got back from the gym, which is why my cat is obsessively licking my hand right now. And I need to get ready because I think tonight I'm actually going to go out with my boyfriend and, like, I don't know, pretend I'm in my 20s or something. All right, hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye. Hello again. We're back to cat on lap vlogging style because he's cute this way. But it's been a few days, so I last checked in on Friday, and so this is Monday. And that's mainly because I don't read that much over the weekends, and I was a little busy. Well, not really. All I did was watch Avatar Legends of Korra with my boyfriend, but that took a lot of time. And yeah, I was just busy, and I hadn't had many thoughts yet, because I finished Awakened Kingdoms Saturday morning, and I basically filmed my wrap-up after that, so my fresher thoughts are in there, but I loved it. It's great. And I'm going to pick up the other novellas, and I really need to just own all these books because I love them and I want to reread them. Anyways, you all know by now that I love the Inheritance trilogy, so I'm going to move on. And then I have started the audiobook for the First Law trilogy, the first one. I can't remember what it's called. The Blade Itself. That's what it's called. This is a reread for me, so I really should know these. I first read these books my senior year of college, which is 5 years ago. I don't know. Probably. And I read them with a bunch of my college friends, and they all really liked it, and I was it's fine. Like, if I was rating them today, I'd probably give them a 3, but I gave them like a 4 on Goodreads because I always up ratings. And everyone on BookTube loves them, so I was wondering if I missed something, and I figured I'm trying to get into audiobooks, so maybe audiobooks for nonfiction and second chances. And let me tell you, this is a great book for me to have an audiobook, because I forgot all the dialogue. And I think that was something I really didn't like. There wasn't a lot of plot, but there was a lot of character interaction, and for me it was hard to keep track of everyone because they were all just different variation of dude, except for West's sister. So the narrator's been awesome, and so I'm only maybe like 8-10% of the way in, but I am having a much better experience now, and it's probably because I've grown, and the narrator's just kind of great. So I've been reading that, like I said, not very far. My thoughts. Well, I do remember this is a book where I'm not going to like everyone, but again, I am being tricked into liking Logan Nine Fingers. I really liked him my first time around, and he's got to be realistic, and he always has knives. I don't know. I just like him. Glocta, of course, everyone loves Glocta if you've watched anyone who talks about this book, and I do like him. He is a really well done character. I forgot about Giselle, or whatever his name is. He's some captain rich boy, and I hate him so much. Like, so much. And right now we're in a phase where you kind of think you like Major West. But I don't like Major West, and I won't say why, because that's a spoiler. But I don't like him, even though right now I'm being tricked to like him. And who else have I met? I think those are the main players that I've met thus far. So yeah, enjoying it. Also, Ramsey from Radjathon's going to be reading it soon, so I'm excited I'll have someone to talk to about it as I go through this reread. And then my physical read is the Starless. And I really wish the library didn't make it so I had to read this right after 10,000 Doors of January. They're so similar in certain ways. So there are doors in this that lead to another world. Maybe not worlds, but another world. And there's a society that doesn't want the doors to be open. That's pretty reminiscent. I don't know. I am enjoying it more, but I'm having the same problem of if I don't have like complete silence and focus, I can't read it very well, which is not conducive for my reading on the commute thing. It seems like every day now someone's talking on their phone next to me, which makes it really hard for me to focus and read. I'm about 100 pages in. I do like the mystery of this one. And I know a lot of people don't like Zachary, but he's the main character, but I think he's great. I think he's fine. He serves a purpose. Like, this book is not about, I think, characters so much as it's about stories. Like, it has a bigger thing going on. It's very never-ending stories for adults, maybe. I don't know. But so far, I'm enjoying it. I might have to pick something else up this week just to like balance it, because it's definitely more work, and I actually have a job, so I don't like to work too much. But that's what I'm reading right now. And so yeah, so to wrap up this week, I've read a lot. Let's see if I can remember. I finished Archenemies. I finished Awakened Kingdoms, that's right. What else did I finish? Gosh, you guys probably remember better than I do right now. But I finished Summer Night. I finished the 10,000 Doors of January. And I've started The Blade itself and Starless, and I'm hoping, I don't know, to start a YA soon, or the new Sarah J. Maas book comes out this week, so if my library like gets on its game, I want to pick that up and start with that chonker. But yeah, and this is your daily dose of cat. He really does not care what happens to him. He's just such a fuzz. He's just so majestic. You want to say hi to the camera? Hello. Anyways, this is my fuzz. But yeah, this might be a little longer than last time. Hopefully I'll trim it down to be reasonable. But yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know what you've been reading, or point me to your reading vlog if I have not seen it already. And yeah, have a great day. Bye.